I think we're live. I think I've managed to do it without cocking a single thing up. Someone in the chat's going to have to let me know. But can everyone in the call hear me? Mr. 42, can you hear me, buddy?
I can hear you perfectly.
Thank you. Marvel Girl, welcome to the channel. I know I've done a lot of stuff over on yours. We've spoken loads, but this is the first time I think you've ever been over here. So brilliant to have you. Thank you so much. How are you doing?
I am tripping out. This is a total reversal. You're usually debating and I'm moderating.
I know. This is going to be a nice chill for me. I'm really looking forward to this. And
cool.
If you're not familiar with the guest in the corner there, whichever way we're set up, this is Lee from the channel Mostly in Sex. A Marvel Girl and Mostly in Sex and Miss 42. They're obviously all linked in the description. So if you like what you hear from any of them, please go and click on them. And I'd highly recommend you click on all of the channels. Lee, before we start, I think my subscribers will probably be least familiar with you with anyone else. So do you want to maybe introduce yourself and just tell us what your channel's about before we get into the debate?
So, okay, yeah. So my name's Lee. I like to tell a story if I go to a police station. I like to tell a story about that police station, and I've usually got. I like to tell a story if I go to a police station. I like to tell a story about that police station, and I'm sorry.
Oh, brilliant. No problem.
Sorry about that. I had the other window open. So if I go to a police station, I like to tell a story about, some corruption or something that's happened in that police station. I like to film. I like to film the police, and I think the police should be filmed, basically. So that's kind of me in a nutshell.
Superb. Well, before we start, I know we haven't got you for long tonight, so it's going to be a much shorter debate than usual. But we'll start straight away. I will just pass you over to Mr. 42 to tell you what he's going to do with any questions you've got, etc. Do you want to tell people what to do with those?
The questions will be collected by me, and most of them will be done at the end. Super chats, unless it's a questions I will save to the end, and super chats can be thrown in the middle, and I will announce them like this.
So previously, if you wanted to leave questions on the channel, you go to the community page and do it, but now they'll all be collected by Mr. 42. He's taken a note and you'll bring them up later on. So fantastic. Well, maybe we should get into it because I know we've not got you for long. But before we start, since I put the tweet out about this debate, Lee, I've had quite a few people emailing me asking what is police auditing, right? And I'm going to be honest, I wasn't really sure how to explain it. So can you just briefly tell us what auditing actually is? And before we start, so everyone's on a level playing field.
So for me, police abuse the powers that they're given. Okay, so I'm just gonna say from my own personal experience, I can't say what it is for other people. So auditing for me is going to a police station or walking up to a police officer or whatever, and just holding a recording device up, a camera, a phone, whatever it is, and just seeing how they're going to react to being recorded. A lot of them don't like it, especially when you go to a police station. You will get questions. You will get called a terrorist, and so for me, auditing is going to a police station. For me, it's telling a story, and seeing how the police are going to react to you being there with a camera. Obviously, you're on public land. You're allowed to be there, so you're there with a camera, and you're there to audit. It's the same as when, I guess it's the same as when people go into a school. You know, the Ofsted. They go into a school and they audit the school. They go there and see, you know, how it works and sort of what's happening. So we go to a police station. We'll stand outside. We'll stand outside the police station with a camera, and we'll see what's going to happen. Whether we're going to be accused of being a terrorist, which happens quite often, accused of being suspicious. So for me,
so it's basically testing the adherence to policies that you think would be like in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Okay, but sorry to cut you off. I just know we haven't got long. Marvel Girl, I'm going to come to you now, so you can kick things off. Because we've not got a massive amount of time, but what we'll do is we'll have a bit of like an opening statement from each of you. I don't know how much more you want to say on yours, Lee.
I'm okay. I've said enough. That I think I've said
you're
enough
happy?
From my
okay,
side.
We'll hear. Sorry, I think there's a bit of lag. It's my internet. We'll go to Marvel Girl and we'll hear what Marvel Girl's opening statement. You fill your boots with that. You get up to 8 minutes, and then we'll just get into the back and forth and see what the conversation brings. Marvel Girl, off you go.
I don't have much to say. Most people know how I feel about this stuff. It's not auditing as much as agitating the police. Harassing is another word you could say. I particularly find it egregious when they call themselves journalists, but we'll get into that too. Yeah, I guess I see at least ours, because I know about our fraud. I do use the word frauditor, and I'm gonna tonight. I see our frauditors, and I know them better than the ones in the UK. The ones here, most of them are felons. They're criminals, and they're trying to police the police. That to me is laughable, especially with the crimes they've been charged with and convicted of in most cases. But other than that, let's just get into what he said.
Okay, so you both got extremely different opinions. I know, speaking to you both off camera, you're both extremely civil, and we know, I know you both are, and we know what this channel's about. So all I'll ask is if we just disagree as much as you want, but if we just let the other person finish speaking before we speak, that would be amazing. But I know you can both do that. So, Lee, I suppose, do you want to kick things off?
Yeah, I'd just like to. What makes you think that most of the people are felons or criminals? I'd just like to, if you could just.
I did say it was these people here, the ones here.
Okay.
And I think that because I have their charge sheets. I have their police reports.
Right, okay. All right. I was a criminal. So what makes you think that it's laughable that I want to police the police? I would like an honest answer. What makes you think it's laughable that I want to police the police force just because I'm a criminal, or I was a criminal? Sorry.
As I said, in that part, I was talking about the ones I know of here, because most of them are horrible people. I don't know that about you.
Okay. All right. So I was a criminal. So you can put me in the same category as those people.
No, because it doesn't mean you're a bad person, does it?
All right. So are they bad people then? Because they're felons in
Not
your
just
words. So are they bad people then? Because they're felons.
Well, no, it's everything else they do too. I mean,
okay, so what?
I don't know if you know. I mean, I'm talking about Anselmo Morales, who is an attempted rapist who took a girl by knife point in front of his parents, tried to rape her. I'm talking about Eric Brandt, who just got 12 years. 12 years.
Right. Okay.
These people.
Right. So
They're bad
found that
people.
quite offensive. I found that quite offensive that you've just put me in the same category as.
I
as
didn't. I just said I didn't.
But you said that, you know, most of them are felons, and you know, so a lot of people that are watching this are kind of gonna think that you're talking about all of us when you say that, or
Especially
the
when I said right before that I was talking about the ones here, ours.
Okay.
I don't know you. I do know only what you put on your channel, and that's what I can go by, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Fair?
And I've said this before about absolutely, yeah, that is fair. But I've said this before about what we put out on our channels is it's only a snippet of our lives.
Absolutely.
So when we go to a police station, when we put out a video, it's just a very small part of our day, very small part of our life. So I mean, to say, okay, all right, I'll let you.
Okay, so
yeah.
let me ask you a question then. How about that? Is there anything you would not film?
No. If I was in a public place, there's nothing I wouldn't film.
So decency is out the window with you.
It depends on what decency is, because if I film something that, for instance, if I film somebody getting beaten up, okay, or if I film, unfortunately, if it did happen, you know, a woman, you know, being attacked, that's evidence for the police. So my footage in that situation would be wanted by the police. So no, there isn't anything that I wouldn't film. No.
What if it's somebody who's in crisis? There's no crime going on. They are in crisis.
I've apparently already done that.
Yeah, you have. Why?
The reason I carried on filming in that situation is because of the way that the police reacted to me.
As human beings.
They're police officers.
They're human beings first.
No, they're not human beings first. They're police officers, and then they're human beings. When they have that uniform on, they are police officers, and they have to adhere to certain professional standards. Their feelings should not come into account.
So you call yourself a journalist, don't you?
A citizen journalist, yeah.
But a journalist, all the same.
No, a citizen journalist. I'm not a journalist. I'm a person with a camera. I'm a member of the public with a camera.
So maybe you should say it that way instead of putting the word journalist in there, because you know why you choose that word, right? It has more weight.
No, absolutely not.
Because journalists have ethics and frauditors don't.
I'm not a frauditor. I'm a citizen journalist. I'm a person with a camera, and everybody that has a camera can be a citizen journalist.
I have a feeling that's more of just making yourself feel better about what you're doing.
I don't need to feel better about what I'm doing.
So you wouldn't adhere to anything that journalists do, like the ethics that they have. You don't feel you need to do that. Do you have ethics?
So the mainstream media, they adhere to some kind of ethics.
I'm talking about journalists, people who call themselves journalists, people who are. Do you know the definition of the word journalist?
No, tell me.
Okay, I have that over here. Journalist. A journalist is an individual trained to collect, gather information in form of text, audio, or pictures, processes them to a newsworthy format, and disseminates them to the public. You know, broadcasting it. So
Okay. But the mainstream media, the BBC in this country, ABC in your country, CNN especially, they don't adhere to that. They will put anything on the TV, anything in the newspaper, as long as it gets views. It's not about what's right in journalism. It's about what gets people to read that article or watch that segment on the TV.
Okay, so did I say I agree with that? I'm talking to you about
No, I didn't.
ethics. I want to know what you say, because frauditors here don't seem to have any ethics. I'm asking you if you do.
I have ethics, yes, obviously.
But that guy's crisis didn't matter to you. Can we show the clip though, so that people know what we're talking about?
Absolutely, yeah. Please
Kat?
do show it.
So I'm going to say, because this is one from your channel, so I just want to make sure you're happy with this going up. Yeah, you're happy with that?
Absolutely, yeah. Please do show it. Yes, absolutely.
Oh, okay, now I am probably the worst person when it comes to tech whatsoever. Marvel Girl, did you have a timestamp that you wanted?
Yeah. I think it's 3. I told you from the thing.
You did tell me. You did tell me.
Oh, I never did this to you, Katz. I never.
The problem is when I'm about to screen share now,
340,
when I hit add to stream, you'll see at the bottom of my thing here that when I scroll across, the time bar isn't moving.
What do I hear?
Oh yeah, I can hear something from somewhere.
Yeah, that's not my. That's nothing.
Yeah, I don't know what that might be. That's radical. I have no idea what
Katz, just before you show the timestamp that I forget what the lady's name is.
Marvel Girl, yeah.
Marvel Girl, that's it. Sorry. Could you just show as well? I haven't got a timestamp for you, but as soon as I get there and I'm standing there with my camera.
That's where I started it, yeah.
Can you show where they approach me?
Yeah, that's where it started. Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So
brilliant.
can you just if you can see on the screen? So if you can see on the screen in my thing, the time, it isn't actually scrolled. For some reason, the movie maker's not allowing me to pick a timestamp. So I'm going to go back. Do I need to go backwards from here, or is here about right?
Are you at 340? When he first gets there, yeah. Right there. Yeah. That's good.
Okay. So I'll press play. If you can't hear this in the chat, can you let me know?
Going on, but there's definitely something going on. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm going to stay out the way. It looks like this guy in the blue jacket. No thanks. No, thank you.
Some people get quite upset with being videoed.
No, thank you. I'm on public.
So I just say, let me know if you want me to pause it, by the way, any of you.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'll just keep it going.
Yeah, but there's nothing that he's
Actually, pause it. So in that moment right there, you can see how close this lady is to me, right? So already I've only been there for
Why do you think that is, though?
I've been there for 10 seconds, okay? I'm already being pushed backwards. In that moment, I'm walking backwards now, yeah? I've got this lady right probably 12 inches from my face, and then I've got 2 other guys walking towards me. And
what's the problem with that? There's a man there that they know is in crisis. They were called there because of it. He called them for help. Okay. And you are just there because you want clicks and views.
No,
that's the point of it.
I was there because I wanted to record the police. I wasn't there because I wanted clicks and views. I was there because let's just pretend that guy had a knife and he stabbed one of those police officers. My footage then would be vital.
No. You see that thing on her shoulder right there? You see that thing on her shoulder? They have body cams. They don't need your phone cam.
Absolutely, but I was very far away from them. They were all quite close to him. So I would have had an angle that they didn't have.
Well,
I would have had an angle, a perspective that they didn't have. They might have seen something on my video that they didn't have on their cameras.
Okay, what might have been is I'm always told by frauders, well, it might have happened, but it didn't. Well, it did. Right. This guy needed help, and they told you that. They're telling you that right this second in your face. That he called them there for help, and you don't care. You don't care that guy's having the worst day of his life. He might be suicidal. And he is right at this moment charging you because he doesn't want you there, because he's going through something so horrible. Maybe his kids were taken away.
He doesn't
Maybe his mom died. I don't know what happened, but I know it's his worst day.
Okay. But he still doesn't have an expectation of privacy in public.
Wow, you're just a really shitty person, aren't you?
Absolutely. If you want to call me a shitty person, that's your opinion.
What if it was your child? What was your child who was hurting?
It wouldn't be my child, because my child wouldn't need to phone the police because I'd be there for him.
What if you couldn't be?
I would be. It wouldn't make a difference.
You might be dead. I don't know. I'm saying
I'm not dead.
Okay.
And if I wasn't dead,
this is the thing. This is the thing with you people.
If I was
you
dead,
don't care.
His mum would be there, and if his mum would be there, his grandparents would be there, or his family would be there.
You know what? I thought. Excuse me.
Sorry, guys. Can I just step in for a second? Sorry to interrupt, guys. I know, like, this is obviously getting good. No. The debate's excellent, and it's been really fascinating to listen to this point. Obviously, feelings are getting a bit high, etc. Can we? There's a little bit of, I don't know whether it's a lag or what. There's a little bit of talking over each other.
Yeah, my bad.
If we can just ease back a touch. I don't know who was going then. I was just replying while I'm actually speaking. Though Dino in the chat has just said, "Can he come on?" And I'm trying to type a message to him, but I'm failing badly with my wrist at the minute.
I think we should just keep it the four of us.
I was going to say, but another time, absolutely. But kind of like another time, absolutely. Email agree to disagree debates at gmail.com, and you can come on and we'll sort you out a debate of your own. Absolutely. But I think we're just going to stick with this bubble within the debate. So I'll hand it back to you guys. And it's been fascinating to listen to you. Doing a great job. I really appreciate it. If we could just maybe try not to talk over each other. I know there's a lag issue, but off you go.
Okay, let's play the video for and then I'll let my memory's terrible. I'm sorry. The lady, I'll just say the lady, I'll let the lady talk after as soon as she wants to stop.
Right there on the screen. AMG, Marvel, whatever.
Marvel. Okay, Marvel. I've got a bad memory.
It's okay.
So if we just play the video, and then I'll let Marvel have her say, and then I can come back to it after that.
Wait, one second. Just so I don't forget, if at the end we can shout out that petition.
I want to interrupt very shortly. Please, no name calling in the side chat. I will stop the messages and time out you.
If there's any name calling in the chat, just get rid of them. If anybody's offensive, kick them out.
Yes, I agree, but this is the warning.
I'm being called Karen. Oh, that's so cool.
I do it in my... No, guys. She's not a Karen. That's
not my name.
Yeah. I do it in my live feeds. I've got moderators, and if there's anything offensive, they just get kicked out. It's that simple.
My name calling? What did I say? That's name calling.
I don't think either of us have said it.
No.
Called each other names.
Don't call me a prat. I'm not a prat.
Up until now, I don't think we've called each other any names.
I haven't called him a name. I have no names to call him.
All right.
I'll press play. Tell me. I'll
Yeah.
just press play until one of you says stop. So I'll do that now, and because I know we haven't got you for long, really. So
I'm gonna let Marvel just carry on.
Make a point, and then
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes.
Go ahead.
Absolutely.
Awesome, mate. Awesome. Here we go then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, what am I doing?
So you're going to make the situation a lot worse.
I am on
So just
public
go
land.
away.
I'm on public land. I am on public land. I'm
Have some
allowed.
respect for his privacy.
He has no expectation of privacy in public. Okay.
You like it if you're going through a crisis and I
If
came
I'm
and
in
recorded
public,
you.
if
You're
I'm in,
rude.
thank you very much.
How rude.
What's
That's
your name?
basically where I
Shut-
had to stop. But if you want to keep going, that's fine. Okay.
Oh, you want to
What's
keep
your
going?
name and
Why
collar
you're
number,
the-
please?
There it is.
1248.
There
Thank
it
you very
is.
much. Come back, please. WA.
All right, this is it right here. Pause. At this point, you're not just filming. You're keeping them from doing what they're supposed to be there for. You realize that, right? That's not just filming. That's what every frauditor does. They interfere with the police.
Okay. Look at your screen right now.
That's what I'm doing.
If you look right over in the background,
Yeah.
There's two officers
Yeah.
with the guy.
But how many are there to do it?
So if that guy is with two officers, I'm not stopping them from doing what they were there to do.
Okay, so just like with
Correct.
what if I filmed him stabbing them? What if this one that's busy talking to you is the one who's a specialist? You
Then she
want to talk
Then
hypothetical?
she wouldn't be talking to me. She'd be with him.
This is the thing, though. Every time I see one of you people, yeah, and I say you people because I'm talking about frauditors, guys, in the chat,
Yeah,
doing one of these videos,
Stereotyping, yeah.
huh?
Stereotyping. You people.
No,
is
as in
stereotyping.
frauditors. The videos
Okay.
that we're talking about.
So
That's stereotyping. I'm talking
that's
about you.
Absolute. That's the definition of stereotyping. When you say you,
I didn't even
people,
finish my goddamn sentence. Oops, sorry. I swore.
all right, finish your sentence.
It's getting hot. Okay, we'll go finish your sentence, and we'll let Lee respond. So, Lee, if you let her finish hers in full,
Sorry.
then you respond in
how-
full. No, you're right. It's what happens in a debate. It happens all the time. Do not worry about it. Barbagal, you finish in full.
He's gotten worse. He's done way worse than we're doing. Anyways, so every one of these videos I've ever seen, and I'm talking about First Amendment auditing, or whatever you call it in England, because I don't know. You guys interfere with the police. That's not your right. That is a crime. What was
Okay. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have laughed then. I really do apologize.
that?
How is it a crime if
know
I
what
record the police from a public place?
I said interfere.
Okay, interfering. I don't interfere with the police ever.
You just did.
When
They had to take away from what they were there to do to deal with you.
they chose to take away from what they were doing.
Because you're
They
just
chose to walk over to me. It was their decision to come over to me. I didn't. All I done was ride up a lane, put my bike down. I even stepped further back than where I could have been, and just recorded.
Do you know the difference between can and should?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, my bad.
They could have looked at me and said, he's not breaking the law. He's not interfering with anything. I'm just going to ignore him.
Do you know the difference between can and should?
Absolutely, yes.
So you know that just because you can do something doesn't mean you should.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. So the type of world I want to live in isn't somewhere where I don't give a shit if he's having the worst day of his life. I'm going to stand here and make it worse for him. That's not cool to me. I don't think it's cool to any good people would find that okay.
The type of world that you want to live in, you're never going to live in. unfortunately for you, people like me exist.
Yeah, that is unfortunate, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. So
I have to say, you're not as bad as the ones we have here. I will give you that. I haven't seen you
but that's
call anybody
because,
the N-word.
because people here don't have guns, and we're not scared of getting shot by a police officer when we record them.
Wow, really?
Absolutely.
Do you know how many? Do you know how many police there are in the United States, and how many times each
Not
cop
really.
comes into? Excuse me. Each cop comes into contact with the public every day. Every one of those interactions counts, and every one of those police. Say there's 300,000 cops in the USA, and each one of those people, each one of those cops comes into contact with the public 8 times a day in their 8-hour shift, 1 an hour.
Okay.
Now,
Right.
it doesn't matter to the public whether the cop right before him had dealt with a dead baby. They're going to yell at them because the manager of this McDonald's won't give them a refund. No. This is what happens every day. Don't give me that whoa. Then they go to the next call and they got some Karen yelling at them. And then, but every cop, 300,000 times 8 people a day for each cop. And then the number of bad interactions with the public is such a small fraction, but people like you want to say every cop is corrupt and every cop's going to shoot me.
No, absolutely not. That is not what I said. If you look through my channel, if you look through my videos, I've said many times, not all police officers are bad.
I
So
have
don't
heard
put
you.
that on me. I didn't say that all police officers are corrupt. So don't say that.
Can I clarify? Maybe sorry to interrupt.
Many good police officers. There are a few bad apples that need to be sorted out. There's a lot of good police officers.
Then why do you say that everybody here is afraid? It has to be afraid of cops shooting them. That is not the reality.
That was my opinion. You said, if I remember rightly, you said
you were better than the ones here.
Yeah, and then I said that's probably because they're scared of being shot.
They're
Because
worse. They act worse than you because they're afraid to be shot. No, that's the opposite.
Because everybody in America has a gun. That's what.
No,
that's
I'm
why
saying they act a lot worse. They act a lot more aggressive towards the police, not scared of the police. They're not scared at all because the cops are professional. They're not going to throw away, even if they weren't professional, they're not going to throw away their entire career for one idiot. It just doesn't happen.
For one idiot. So now we're idiots. Yeah.
Oh my God. Stop being pedantic. I'm talking about people like
not being pedantic. You
Glenn
just said,
and Selma. I'm talking about the ones here.
They're going to throw away their career for one idiot. So now you're calling, or what you call frauditors, idiots.
Yes. That is absolutely true.
So we're all
and I was
idiots.
talking about did I say all? I said I was talking about the ones here. Wow.
You can't just talk about the ones there. You're talking to me. I'm in England.
Okay, fine. And I said you were better than the ones here. That I don't know why we're arguing when I just gave you a compliment.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm having a debate with you. This is not an argument. It's a debate.
Anyways.
I've got a little bit lost as to what the original question was to that. Sorry, guys, I don't mean to keep interrupting. I apologize.
I got sidetracked from. Is there anything you wouldn't? He answered the question I had. Is there anything you wouldn't film? And he said no, which is sad in and of itself.
If
There's no decency.
If I may interrupt shortly, we had a super chat from Adrenogum Slurper, sorry if I slaughtered your name, for €2. And he says legally permitted is not the same as morally permitted.
Thank you.
Absolutely, that's right. Legally permitted isn't morally permitted. But morals don't trump the law, unfortunately. And feelings don't trump the law either. So if I'm legally allowed to do something, I'm going to do it, whether your feelings get hurt or not. Unfortunately, I'm allowed to do it.
And
can I ask a question?
Doing more harm than good.
Sorry,
realize
Marvin.
that,
Okay,
right?
sorry.
Sorry, my bad.
Can I just chuck a quick? No, it's my bad. It's the lag on my end. I apologise for speaking over you when you were. That was all my. Anyone listening there, that was all my fault. That. Can I just chuck this question in because I genuinely don't know, right? So I genuinely don't know. Is everything that's being done legal? Is that like a black and white? There's no grey area. Is that just a fact? It is legal because I genuinely don't know.
Not here at least. Not here at least.
Not in America. In the UK, Lee, is there ever any auditors that do stuff that isn't legal? Like, where's the legal ground on that? Is it black and white? Is there a grey area?
No, it's not. There's no grey area. If you're on public land, as long as you don't go on to sorry, there's a plane going by. As long as you're on public land, you can literally film anything. If you're on public land, you can film into somebody's vehicle, you can film into somebody's house. If their bedroom, for instance, bedroom or window is on the pavement. If that's public land on the pavement, you can film right into their house.
That can't be real. That can't be real. Because here, that's a crime.
Absolutely real. Well, it's not a crime here. So
I would check that out.
How does that match with like a peeping Tom? Being reported for being a peeping Tom. Is that a criminal thing or is that a different?
Exactly.
I mean, I'm no law on the expert. I'm just asking the question because I genuinely don't know.
So I think a peeping Tom would be a peeping Tom, in my opinion, would be. Actually, that's a very good question. That's a very, very good question.
Thank you.
So, in my opinion, a peeping Tom would be somebody that looks through like a bathroom window or
a bedroom window,
or like a bedroom window, or when somebody's getting changed. Okay. So. But if that bedroom or bathroom window happens to be on a public street and you hold your camera up to that window, it's perfectly legal.
No.
It is.
No, I'm going to call bullshit.
No.
That's voyeurism. That's voyeurism at the least.
Voyeurism. So voyeurism is when you film somebody. I think I watched a documentary not long ago. There was a guy that had a voyeur hotel, and there was cameras everywhere, and he was able to crawl above the rooms and film the people that were in the rooms.
That's a crime.
So voyeurism in this country, I don't think we have that law. As long as you're filming it from a public place. I'm not saying that that's right because that's disgusting.
Okay.
If you film into somebody's bedroom while they're getting changed, you need help. That's disgusting. But unfortunately, that's legal. As long as you're standing in a public place, it's legal.
I'm going to call for a fact check on this one. I really am. Can somebody in the chat maybe check that, Cliff?
Check it. Absolutely check it.
Because
in this country,
that's bad if that's true.
Just looking now, actually.
In England, if you're standing in a public place, you can film anything you want. As long as you're in public, you can film into a private, whether it's a private domain, a private business, a private.
That's a crime here.
Whatever. It's not a crime here.
Well, I'm glad I'm here then.
I'm not saying that.
So this time you're saying legal is not right.
Okay. I wouldn't film into somebody's bedroom because I'd feel really creepy if I did, because it's wrong. So, but if I wanted to film into somebody's bedroom, if I was standing in a public place, I would be able to do that legally. That's
okay. Excuse me. Under the Sexual Offences Act of 2003, voyeurism is a crime in the United Kingdom. Section 67 of the Sexual Offences Act.
If I'm standing in a public place,
yeah, that's what that is.
Something I can record something.
What did I just say? Did you hear me?
I did hear you. But
that's
if I'm
a crime. That's a crime, baby. It's a crime.
If I'm standing in a public place,
Okay. Just keep
and
saying it. It'll make it
and
legal.
I want to film something, I can film it.
No, it's a crime. Even there, I just read it to you. I just read
Let's
it to
have
you.
a.
Section 67 of the Sexual Offenses Act of 2003.
Okay.
It's a crime.
So if I'm standing in a public place and I film into a window and somebody, like say if I'm filming a house and I innocently, I don't know somebody's getting unchanged or something. If they happen to walk into that room and get unchanged and I accidentally film that, it's not a crime.
I'm sorry, but this law.
Hold on, no, stop. Wait, stop. If I do it on purpose, if I purposely film somebody, if I go there with purposely to film them getting undressed, then that is a crime. Yes.
No. If you do it at all, it's a crime. Yes.
No, it's not.
I'm reading the law, dude. Why are you? Okay, I'm not even going to argue about this because you're wrong. Sorry.
So okay, right.
Learn your own laws, dude.
No, stop. Wait. So if I'm recording, let's pretend that I'm recording a hotel. Yeah, I don't know who's in all of those windows. I don't know. I'm not there to record somebody getting undressed.
But if you do,
that's a very legitimate reason.
But if you do,
if somebody happens to be getting undressed
and you film it, you're breaking the law.
No, because
However, oh my God, you just won't admit you're wrong.
Sorry, guys. I just the question itself is a fascinating question, and like I'm sure there'll be plenty of people fact checking the rule and stuff. But I suppose we've kind of got sidetracked a little bit because Phil, that's not auditing, is it? That's not what you do. Generally, is it?
Right.
Like from.
But just like every auditor I've ever met, and I said auditor this time, he won't admit to something he does being wrong.
Okay, somebody just said then, Greater Manchester Media just said then, it's the intent.
It's not the intent. It's if you do it.
No, if you intend to film if you accidentally film somebody, it's not. You have to have the intent. In this country, you have to have the intent to break the law.
You started with a house
like in America, but I'm not in America. So
I'm talking about UK. I'm talking about the UK law. I'm talking about your laws. I'm reading your law to you. You won't accept it. You started out at a house. You're on the street and you're looking in the house's window, in the bedroom window. If someone's in there and you film them, it's okay, you said. That's what I was going on. Then you changed it to this, I'm outside of a hotel. There's all these different windows.
I'll stick with the house. Absolutely.
All right. That is a crime.
So if I'm across the road from somebody's house and I'm filming their house, hold on, Cats. If I'm filming
I was just going to let you speak on.
And they happen to walk into that room naked.
If you continue to film, you're committing a crime.
No, I'm not.
Okay, whatever.
I am recording from a public place.
And that's voyeurism, baby. That's voyeurism. Get with it.
Okay, guys.
I'm recording from a public place. Anything you can see from public.
Sorry, you're wrong. I'm sorry that your worldview is crumbling, but it is.
Can we just move on from that point a little bit? Because I know it's not necessarily auditing. Like I know what you do in your videos, Lee, isn't going and filming into people's rooms. I know that's not what you do.
One second, Cats.
No, he won't move on. He won't move on.
I will look this up, and I might be wrong. I might be wrong, but in my mind at the moment, anything you can see from a public place, you're allowed to record. It doesn't. What about a nudist beach?
That's totally different. They're consenting. The person in the window is not consenting.
Okay.
It doesn't matter whether they consent.
Yes, it is. It's right in your law. It's in your law. I'll read it again. Voyeurism
Guys,
is
sorry,
crime
could
in
we-
the United Kingdom. All right, I won't
All
read
right,
it again. I will
okay,
send it
sorry,
to Kat.
sorry.
Hold on. Wait, all right. Let me just say, I might be wrong, okay? But in my mind at the moment, I think that anything that can be seen from a public place can be recorded. I might be wrong. I might have to come back on here tomorrow and say I was wrong, and I will. If I'm wrong about something, I'll hold my hands up and say I am wrong. But at the moment, because I can't physically look it up,
I'll send it to Katz,
It-
and he can send it to you.
so
Yeah, if you could do that, actually, that'd be great. Just pop it in a Discord and I'll pick it up.
Yeah, it's in here.
But
Thank you, Cliff Reynolds.
So the point, the point, it was an interesting one. Obviously, it was a heated one, etc. But it's not really what the auditing is about. So it was a good debate on like a point of law, and I get it. But the auditing itself is more about filming the police.
Right.
And
Can I ask a question?
Fire away.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
No, go on. Yeah.
When you, sorry, optical turnkey, I'm not wrong. When you become a part of the story, is that part of your journalism?
are you talking to me?
Yeah.
So if I become a part of the story, is that a part of the journalism?
Mm-hmm.
That's quite a good question. I think for a lot of people that's probably true, but for me personally, no. I would rather not become part of the story. I would rather go somewhere, tell my own story, and then and then leave. I'd rather not be accosted by the police.
But your own story tells you that police are corrupt. Can they ever be doing the right thing?
Yeah, absolutely, they can. Absolutely. So, for instance, the police could do the right thing, and I'll give you an example. So I could be outside a police station, and an officer could come up to me and handcuff me and say, "You're not allowed to do this." Rah rah rah. And then another officer could come out and say, "You're wrong. You need to uncuff this man. He's allowed to do what he's doing." That would be the right thing to do. So yes, the police can do the right thing, but they don't seem to want to.
So you've never gone anywhere to do your thing, and the police just let you alone and let you do it? Never.
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yeah, I have actually on most of my actually all of my police station audits, which I've done 3. I've never been told not to record or anything like that. The only time that I've been I've had a bad experience is that one video that we've shown earlier on.
And I will stand by those police and say they were being the better person.
That's your opinion.
They were there to help somebody, and you were there to hurt them.
No, I wasn't there to hurt them.
You were, and when you were told you were hurting him, you did not leave.
Okay. So, all right. Okay. So after I was told that I was hurting him, he tried to run towards me and hurt me.
Yes, he tried to make you leave.
Okay. All right. So he ran towards me and tried to hurt me. So all of the respect that I did have for him went out the window as soon as he done that.
Because a person in the public reacted to you the way the public.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Because you're not represent. Who are you representing?
He tried to run towards me. If he'd have got to me, he would have hurt me.
Why would he have done that? Who caused that?
Because in his mind, I wasn't allowed to record, and I was recording him when I was legally allowed to do it.
Legally doesn't mean morally.
It morally doesn't come into it.
Maybe not for you. Maybe
All
not
right.
for you. But if
Fine.
that was you and you were consoling somebody you care about, you would not appreciate that.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Admit
but
it.
I wouldn't have phoned the police.
What?
I wouldn't have phoned the police in the first place.
So what? It doesn't matter. I'm talking
Of
about
course it
people
matters.
right here.
We're talking
No,
about the police.
I'm trying to get at what you believe right now.
We're talking about the police.
And you
okay?
don't think police should even be human, seen as humans, like you said.
No, what are you talking about?
You said it doesn't matter. They're not human when they're in that uniform. You said that earlier.
Yeah. They're a police officer when they're in
So
that
because
uniform.
they put the uniform on, you're
shouldn't
holding
have-
them to a higher standard than
They
people could.
shouldn't have an opinion, a personal opinion when they're in that uniform. Absolutely, yes.
Wow. How many people do you know that could do that?
I don't care.
Yeah, of course you don't. It interferes with your I'm sorry, clicks and views.
It's not clicks and views. It's not clicks and views. You absolutely have got me wrong. And
I
on
can't
that
figure
note-
anything out.
Hold on, Cats. Can you guys please stay here? I need to run to the shop. It's literally, I'm going to be like 4 minutes.
I have
here.
some
We'll be here.
super chats to read out, so yes,
Yeah,
perfect.
do the super chat.
Well, so
maybe
leave
come
the
back.
camera on.
Stay on. Please
Yeah,
stay on.
of course
I'm
we'll
going to
keep
be
you on.
literally like a few minutes and I'll be back.
We'll have a break.
Yes.
Off you go.
We're gonna fill this
Mr.
time with some super chats that I have collected. I'm gonna start and currently end with the same guy. So let's start with Dildo Baggins, our favorite name, for $2. So you are just going to treat this like an audit, he said. Then we have Gary Little for $5. Logic check. Everyone in America has a gun, and you know that how? We have the right to bear arms, but not everyone has a gun.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably true. Stephen
I'm sorry.
Stephen Ellie for US $2. That wasn't a documentary. It was an adult movie. It was in the context of the filming
hotel.
inside.
Yeah. That was funny.
Then we have our famous Schrödinger sketch for $2. Can is not equal to shoot.
That's right.
Okay.
I did say that.
Yeah. Then a name I can probably butcher like a professional, Kaivara Arts, for $2 Canadian and 79 cents. Person is in private equals can't be filmed.
Huh? Wait, can you say that again?
Person is in private equals cannot be filmed.
Sorry. Stop calling me. It's happy
Okay.
together.
And the next super chat is from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 for US $5. Culpable mental state. Check out the statute. The next super chat is from the Bemused one for £2.50. It's an offence S67 2003 Sexual Offence Act QED. Then we have Dildo Baggins again for $5.
I love that name.
We love the
that
name as well. That is out of the discussion, but I will read it anyway because it's actually for cats. Put this toward better internet, lol. Also, I feel as if we are not staying on track with this conversation because it's no longer a debate. And then a remark from Dildo Baggins. He said to me, Jerry. He counts as a Jerry Springer show. And the latest super chat is from Gary IOW for £5. I say things as I see them. I'll call out a fool all day long.
Okay, brilliant. I just want to check one or two comments. Thank you to everybody who did that. I really, really, really appreciate it. It's really, really kind of everybody. And thank you for Mr. 42 for reading those out. Why not let another auditor on? We've had that. And Gypsy Audits UK, let another auditor on here. Listen, guys, for anyone who's saying that, I know you're obviously new to this channel. We try and debate any subject, right? and we're quite happy to repeat subjects. If you want to come on and do a debate, if you email, I'll just put it in the chat now. But agree to disagree debates. You have absolutely come on and debate it, and we'll do it on another night. But I think when I've set a debate up with two people who've prepared a debate to talk to each other, it's a bit unfair on the people who are actually debating to then bring other people in, and I just think that's a bit unfair. So
this is my first debate, by the way. So
and it's your first debate, and I know Lee has been preparing for this. So I'll put it in the comments there. So yeah, guys, if you wanted to come on, just email that in the chat, and we'll set it up. We'll bring you on. It's not a problem. We'll bring you on maybe next week, the week after, whenever it's convenient for you. And I'm sure there'll be no shortage of people that will want to step up and debate against you. Feel free. But I think just having one from each side is fine at the minute. And obviously I'm trying to be as neutral as possible. While Lee has gone,
I think I need to do something because Mr. Craven Mordick has a remark
Craven.
that I need to address. So Craven, this one is for you.
As a giant inflatable banana in his backyard, which he named Dr. Pig.
There you go, Craven.
that's brilliant. He messaged me on that WhatsApp yesterday. He was cracking up at all the people saying that. He thought it was brilliant. While we're waiting for Lee to come back, Marvel Girl, do you want to tell us, we'll step away from talking about the debate, just want to tell us what you got coming up on your channel, or how's things like? How are you doing?
Well, after this, we have an after show, which is not like, ooh, I want to know. It's not about that at all. It's just to hang out with everybody, and everybody here is welcome.
What time does that start?
My time would be 6:30. Wait, no, 6:30 Eastern. So what is that here?
What time is it now there?
Wait, this started at 4 o'clock Eastern, right? So two and a half hours after this started. How about that?
Okay, right. So in about an hour and a half from now. About an hour and a half.
I don't even know if I did that right. Let me check my stream. But yeah, no, I didn't. I didn't do that right on my stream. I put it for way too late. But other than that, on the first on Schrodinger's Cats channel, we hope is his Law and Disorder show. I produced for him, in case anybody doesn't know. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Him and four lawyers pick apart stuff. We're talking about don't ever talk to the police this time.
Schrodinger's Cat channel is blowing up at the minute, and deservedly so. He's got a cracking channel over there, and I don't know if he's in the chat or not, but if you are, if you are, mate, honestly, doing it, you're nailing it at the minute, absolutely smashing it. So Simon Dan, watch out. You'll be the king of the crop soon. Well done, mate. And Radical as well. Radical, his channel's blowing up.
Radical's doing great. He just passed. Why do I want to say 17? It's not 17, is it? It's what is it? I can't remember. It's a huge sub count though, and he's doing really well. He's growing very steadily. And I play on his game streams too, and that's a lot of fun. You should check it out. We are hysterical because we suck. And I don't mind people laughing. It's okay. What else? What else is going on? You haven't been back in a while, but you're coming back for my birthday, right?
I'll be there. I'll be there for that. And when was that date again? You'll have to remind me. Oh, new member. Thank you very much. I haven't got one of those things that a lot of channels have, that like they play a celebration thing, but I'll give you a clap. How about that? And, a few people have been messaging about Creaky. No, Creaky has not left the channel. No, at all. This is Creaky's channel as much as it is my channel. He's just extremely busy in real life, and he's just taking a breakaway while he sorts that stuff, and I'm holding the fort. But no, we haven't fallen out. No, it's not a non sequitur style show takeover. No, he's not going to. He's going to be back. So there we go.
I'm sorry for everyone that I'm not so handsome and I come with an accent.
No. He knew I was going to be here and he ran. He's hiding. No. I love Creaky and Creaky loves me.
So Dino in the chat is Dino, if you are asking to come on for the debate, I think it was you last time. email, or if you're in touch with Lee, he's got my email address, but it's agreed to disagree debates at gmail.com. Right, so agree to disagree, like the title of the show, followed by debates at gmail.com. Do that and we'll set you up. You know, if you wanted to debate this weekend, we'll get you on this weekend. If you wanted to go next week, we'll get you on next week. We're certainly not trying to exclude anybody, but we will get you on. Who else is in the chat? Robert Leger. Hello, sir.
Hey,
there he is.
Hi there.
Anyone you want to say hello to, Marvel, just while we're waiting for anyone to say?
Yeah, of course. Hi, Robert.
Cats, according to Dildo Baggins, I must be honest to you about what I have done to the little Welshman. You put it on screen.
Got it,
yeah. Well, he still made videos, so I have an alibi. It wasn't me.
As I was
King
saying,
Cruz showing Marvel Girls some love there.
thank you, King. He's always been so supportive, and Harley as well. Virgo's here. Did you know Virgo's here, Cats?
Oh, let's have a look.
Virgo Triad is here.
Yeah,
my
Virgo's
super
here.
twin. My super twin. And Radical and Schrodinger, of course. And all the... Hope you guys are good. And OBT Lawyer made it here. Oh, wow.
Oh, right. Hope you're doing well,
he's awesome.
mate.
Yeah.
Hello,
Best
Sick
wishes as
Truth,
well.
Speak Truth.
I hope you all come to the after show and hang out. I see a lot of the people I've seen on Lee's channel. Hi, guys. Sorry that I don't agree with you, but hey, you can disagree and not hate somebody.
I've got to say, we've had a lot of people from Lee's channel come over. I imagine they're from Lee's channel. We've had a lot of people, and it's good. Anybody who wants to have a place where they can come and debate, feel free to tap us up for that here. OTP Lawyer, just wanted to wish you all the best. If you are still there right now, so I know you're going to kick some ass, mate. And he's back. Lee's back.
Welcome back.
You must have ran. Holy shit.
What we'll do, because I appreciate that you said that you didn't have long, and you've given us way longer already than you said you could, so we'll not keep you too long. Maybe we'll go another 25 minutes and give you some questions from the chat.
Are you talking to me, Cats?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry, mate, yeah.
I've got all night now. I needed to go and get some tobacco, that's all.
Oh,
right, okay.
So yeah, all the time in the world, mate.
Right. Well, we won't go too long anyway, just because we generally don't. But listen, we haven't been talking about the debate. We've not been poisoning the well or anything like that. We've been talking about other people and saying hello into the chat while you're there. So we've not really discussed the debate. So now we've had a chance just to, because it was getting intense. It was good, but it was getting intense. Can I just throw some things out there, just maybe that, as somebody who's not into this, that I'd like to hear discussed, because I genuinely it's a completely new field for me. Mm-hmm. One of the things I wanted to have this debate about was the opinion on, does it do more harm than good? Because some people would call the auditing antagonizing, some people call the auditing necessary because it needs to be done. So is there like a risk versus reward? Where's the boundary? Is there something we can, is that somewhere we can take it?
I was just getting into that when we had to stop, actually. Because from what I've seen, I'm not saying my opinion, from what I've seen, it does do more harm than good. And I'm talking about to their quote-unquote cause. Because of one of the frauditors here, sorry, I said frauditor again, my bad. One of the auditors here called Mexican Padilla, there's now a new law in Texas about harassing police. Because they've gotten so bad. Like I said, do you watch any of the American frauditors? And I will call them frauditors. Out of respect, I won't call you.
That's only in Texas, though, right?
No, well, I'm just. Have you watched any of the American ones? I'm asking first. Yes.
Yeah, News Now Ninja, who I've spoken to on the phone quite a lot. San Joaquin Valley Transparency. They're the two main ones I've spoken to actually on the phone. So
but I mean, do you know anybody like Auditing America, Auditing the USA, News Now Patrick?
I think News Now Patrick. I think there's a lot of people in America that they're antagonists, and
yes, exactly
they
my
will
point.
go. They're I think it's called tollware something. I think it's tollware something. But he'll go to like a private business and stand outside
Yeah,
the camera and just antagonize people. And
yeah.
I don't agree with that.
A lot of them are starting to do the private residences
So
and
yeah,
businesses
I don't
too.
agree with that. That's not what this is about. This is about
Okay.
police doing the right thing. I
Okay.
don't think that going to a private business and recording a private business is going to get us anywhere.
Okay, great. Do you understand how that's doing more harm than good to your cause?
Absolutely, yeah. When people record a private business, absolutely, yes.
Then why don't I see any of them calling those people out?
It's not my place to call a private business out.
No, I'm telling another frauditor out.
Sorry, I didn't mean a private
Oh,
business.
okay.
It's not my place to call another auditor out.
But if they're doing harm to you,
because hold on, because they're in a public place and they're allowed to record what they want to record. Personally, I think I wouldn't go to a private business and record it just to record it. That's my personal opinion. I'd rather go to a police station or, a courthouse or something like that.
But my point is, it is your place when it's causing your activism, we'll call it, harm. It is your place because what they do is it's starting to already, as we've seen in Texas, cause laws to be made that is going to make it illegal.
Okay, but it isn't my place because I'm not them. I am me.
Okay.
So it isn't my place to say what anybody else does. What I do, that's my place to say what I do. What everybody else does, that's it. That's not my business. If somebody goes to a private business and the police get called on them, and then the police act like idiots, then I have a say in the matter. But until then, I don't have a say in the matter.
So the frauditors can't do anything wrong, but the police can.
Absolutely, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I have no words. No words.
That's unfortunately, if you don't have anything to say, that's unfortunately your problem.
That's not
but the police are there. The police are there acting under an oath for the government. So they have to adhere to a certain standard of professionalism. If I go to a place, I'm a member of the public. I can act however the F I want.
Really?
Absolutely, yes. I'm a member of the public.
You don't have to abide by the law, though? Come on.
Yeah, I've got to abide by the law, of course.
Do you understand that freedom of speech is not freedom from consequences, though? So
Absolutely,
the way you act has consequences.
Yeah, listen, I know. In fact, it's my view that I can do absolutely anything I want to do. If I want to, I can do anything I want to do. Absolutely anything I want to do, but there will be consequences. So that's just my view, by the way. If I want to walk up to somebody and punch them in the face, that's my choice. If I want to do, I wouldn't do that. I'm not a violent person. If I wanted to do that, I'm allowed to do that. But the consequences, I will have to suffer the consequences afterwards.
I didn't mean that I have nothing to say when you said that. It took me aback so much that I could not form words. I don't understand why you don't understand things. But the fact that the police are the only ones who can do wrong, you're bringing such a bias to what you do. It's insane to me.
I don't think it's biased. I think it's I haven't the police have taken an oath. Okay, they've taken an oath. They have to act within the law and within their policies. Okay, me as a member of the public, I don't have to act within any law or any policy.
Wow.
If I want to walk up to somebody and punch them, I'm more than welcome to do that. But the consequences afterwards, then I'm going to get into trouble.
Yeah.
But the police, if they're wearing that uniform,
they don't have that right.
They can't walk up to somebody and just punch them in the face, because they're acting under an oath and they're working as
better people,
part of the government. So they can't do, well, they can do it, but it's worse for them, obviously, because they're acting as part of the government. They shouldn't do it, should I say?
So no matter what you see a frauditor do, you wouldn't call them out.
Oh, absolutely. I'd call an auditor. I would call an auditor out if I saw them do something wrong. Absolutely, yes.
Now you're confusing me because you just said you wouldn't.
If I saw an auditor do something wrong, I would say I'm very active in the comment section of all the videos that I watch. I think most of the videos that I watch, I will leave a comment. If I see something that I don't like, I will absolutely leave a comment and say, mate, I don't really agree with that. But
great.
Can
you give us an example of something you have said?
No, because I can't remember the last time that I've done it.
Oh, wow. So it's not something you do often, is what you're saying.
Give me an example and I'll tell you whether I agree or disagree. You're asking me to tell you the last time I've done it, so give me an example.
The post office. So a lot of them are enamored with going into the post office. They think they have the right to do this.
Are we talking about in America?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they have a right to do it because it's a public place.
Do you understand the difference between public and a private place open to public?
Is it Poster 7?
Yeah. Let's talk about Poster 7, please.
Okay, so Poster 7 says that I think I haven't read the whole thing, but I think it says that if any pictures or the press or whatever, if they want to take pictures inside the post office, they're allowed to do that. Whether it's morally right or wrong,
you haven't read it all, and neither have they.
What is Poster 7? A few people asking that, and I don't know.
Bring up Poster 7. It's the codes for. I have it here in front of me. Poster 7 is the rules and regulations governing the conduct on postal service property. If we go down, can I share my screen?
You can, yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, just hit share screen at the bottom, and it should. Right, cool. I should be able to introduce it.
Boom, bop, boom, bop, bop,
right.
Bop. Here we go. Can you see
I'm going to add to stream. Okay, and there you go.
The rules and regulations governing conduct on postal service property. Let's go down to photographs for news, advertising, or commercial purpose. See where I'm highlighting?
Can you make that a little bit bigger?
Yeah, I'm going to try to in a second. There we go. I'm so happy you brought this up because you said you hadn't read it and neither have they. So it says the photographs for news purposes may be taken in entrances, lobbies, foyers, corridors, or auditoriums when used for public meetings, except, now here's where they stop reading because it says except where prohibited by official signs or security force personnel or other authorized personnel or a federal court order or rule. That means if someone tells you, hey, you can't film here, guess what? It can't film there.
Okay, yeah, that's great. That's a brilliant argument, by the way.
But they don't ever read that part. It's called
I
cherry
mean,
picking.
listen, that's great. It's great that you said that, but how many auditors actually get arrested for walking into a post office in America and recording them?
A few have, yeah. It's not for recording. It's for trespassing because they won't leave when they're told to leave.
I've never seen it myself, to be fair. So when you say that they stop reading here and then you've carried on saying that, I've never seen anybody actually in an American post office be arrested. And by the way,
I can bring them up if you want.
Hold on. By the way, I'm talking about English law.
Okay, now we're goalpost moving here. You just said poster 7.
Moving. I'm English. I'm not moving.
But you just brought up poster 7.
I'm English, but that's because you brought the post office up.
Because you okay.
We don't have a poster 7 in England. If I want to walk into a post office and record it, I can. It's a public place.
We were talking about the frauditors. Okay.
You're talking about frauditors, and I'm talking about auditors.
Sorry, my bad. I keep trying to say auditors. My bad. I did mean to say auditor.
It's not very hard to say auditor instead of frauditor. That's not a difficult thing to do.
And oh, yeah, no, it's not. It's just I haven't seen many who are actually auditors. There are a few. But the ones I see are the ones who are doing it no matter what. They don't care what the situation is. They will interfere with the police, taking them away from their duties, which is not okay in any way, shape, or form.
It's the police that take themselves away from their duties.
Like if you're standing behind a cop when he's trying to do something, that's not okay.
Not in England because we don't have guns.
It doesn't matter. You can still jump on the guy.
Okay, but if you stand 20 feet behind a police officer in England, I very much doubt they're going to turn around and think that they're going to get shot or stabbed, or like they're just going to think there's a dude over there. I might go and speak to him. Like it's not going to cause a massive problem. In America, they seem to get like a little bit scared. I think that they think they're going to get killed. Which is very
no, they're not afraid.
They
are situationally aware.
Situationally aware. Okay.
Do you know what that is?
I'm just going to put in just 1 second. Just say now's probably the last chance you've got to chuck questions in. If you tag in at Mr. 42, because he's collecting the questions to read out to both the Marvel Girl and Mostly Insects in probably about 5 or 6 minutes time. Because we'll probably have a lot of questions, and then we'll go through those. So, I'm just thinking, before we take the questions, do you want to have like
sure,
2 or 3 minutes just uninterrupted to say what you want to say to finish off, and then we'll give you the questions from the chat. How's that sound?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Does anyone want to go? Anyone want to go first?
Ladies first.
He started it. I figured he did the first opening, so I figured we'd just go the same way, but it doesn't matter to me.
Ladies first.
Okay. Right.
Okay. I came in here hoping that it'd be different, but from what I saw, it's not. Over there is the same as here. And I see the people who do these videos. I'm not going to call them anything at this point. Frauditor or auditor. I see them as petulant children. I can do it, so I'm gonna. If I'm free to leave, I'm free to stay. That kind of thing. And I don't agree with that. I think that the police are there. The police do take an oath, and they are working for the betterment of society. You can't say the same thing about these content creators, is what I'll call them. You can't. They're there, and I'm going to speak to the Americans because I know them better. They're there for clicks and views, and so that when they do get arrested, they can ask for the people to send them money for bail. And this is a point I didn't get to mention. They show up to court, so they get that bail money back, and they never give it back to the people who donated. Profit. So, I can't say I lost. I saw somebody ask if I was a cop, and I lost my track. No, I'm not. I'd be proud to be if I was, though. I see them always say, well, the cops do this wrong, the cops do that wrong. And 99% of the cops are not doing that. I'm sorry. But when you do the actual math, you have no leg to stand on. I see it as a selfish, narcissistic thing to do. And you can't tell me that that you actually know that you're there doing it for the law because you're legally aware. You didn't know that that was voyeurism, and that voyeurism was even a crime in your country. So, I mean, you talk about educating the public and educating the police when you're not educated yourself.
Okay. Thank you very much, Marvel Girl. I will... I just had Lee on mute while you were doing that, so and then I'm going to put you on mute now just for Lee to finish his thing, and then we'll go. But that, thank you very much for that. So, but I will unmute you. I won't forget. Right. So Lee, you got the floor totally uninterrupted now, just to finish off, and then we'll go to questions from the chat.
So straight away, at least 50% of your argument is void because you're only talking about America. There was something else that you said, but I can't remember what it was. The thing is I think that the majority of police officers are good, and I think that what we see online, you don't see like a police officer, you know, walking an old lady across the street. This has been my view from the start of this. You don't see a police officer walking an old lady across the street, or, you know, getting a kitten out of a tree or something like that. What we see is police officers doing bad shit, and those are the officers that we need to stop. Those are the officers that we need to weed out. And I think so. This has been my problem with this whole thing, is that I'm having a debate with an American that like she just said about the voyeurism thing. If I accidentally film something, it's not against the law from a public place. If I'm in a public place and I film something that I shouldn't do, morally, absolutely, I shouldn't do it. But legally, I'm not in the wrong. I think, to be honest, 50% of your argument, at least 50%, is void because you're only talking about America. And that's all I'm going to say for now.
Okay, so sorry, Marv, I've got to take up. Right, so what we're going to do now, I'm going to pass over to
before you do, I see cops doing that. What you say you don't see, cats out of the tree, walking old ladies across the street. I can send you loads of cops doing things like that, saving babies even. So yeah, you're just not looking for them. That's it. I'm
not looking for them. I've seen them. You've got me very wrong, actually.
You
very
said you
wrong,
don't see it.
Because I do see it.
You said
I
you
see
don't.
it, but the majority of people don't see it.
Okay.
When I say people don't see it,
okay,
or I think I said I think my exact words were, you don't see officers doing good things, which I mean the majority of people don't see officers doing good things. Unfortunately,
they're not looking at. Yeah,
this has been my view from the very, very start, and a lot of people that watch my channel will probably agree with me that I usually say there are good officers, but unfortunately we don't see the good shit.
Of course not. That doesn't sell.
We see the bad things, and but this is the thing. There's too many bad things. That's the point. We shouldn't be seeing all this bad stuff.
Okay.
And that's the whole point of the matter. We
Can I
shouldn't
ask
be
one question
seeing
before we get to the questions and answers? Do you believe, like, when you hear something, oh my God, this cop was totally racist towards me and was horrible, blah, 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 do you believe that? Because I can tell you there's a bunch of people here who will call out cops for doing horrible things to them, and when we see the body cam, it never happened.
Do you know what? In my honest opinion, I think that racism is overused. I think that
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I think
agree.
that that's all I'm going to say. Racism is overused, and I don't think that. That's all I'm going to say. It's overused.
I didn't just mean racism. I meant like we had a woman who said the cop raped her, and when we saw the body cam, he never went near her. So okay, I'm
The
done.
thing is, listen, I forgot your name again. I've got a terrible memory.
Marvel, like
Marvel.
the comics.
I don't like arguing with anybody. I'd rather have an adult conversation. I'd rather learn from you. You know, hopefully you can learn from me.
I don't dislike you. I said I can disagree with you and not hate
you. I think I've held back today. I could have said a lot more against the police, but I want to have a civil conversation.
Okay.
So you
shouldn't have held back on my account.
I just wanted to put. Well, no, I'm not. It's not on your account. It's on my. It's on my account. I don't want to come across as, you know, someone somebody that just hates the police just because they're the police.
Oh yeah, we have plenty of those. So,
somebody just said that I have to have the last word. So, Marvel, if you could just have the last word, that'd be great.
Well, you both get the last word because we've got some questions from the chat yet, so you both get that.
I don't need the last word.
What I'm going to do for the questions to make it go quickly is I will, if it's okay with you guys, I'll mute both of you because some questions are targeted just at Marvel Girl, some will be targeted at mostly insects, and I'll just unmute the person the question is targeted for, because otherwise we might end up going on for like another hour and a half or something.
Just quickly, Cats. You know, when you end this live stream, we're able to stay on here and talk afterwards.
I have an after show going on. You're more than welcome to join the after show.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to know if you were going to stay on here for a few minutes after. And
my after show starts in about an hour from now. So yeah, we got time.
Definitely, okay. I'll still be around. Yeah, I'll not end it and disappear at all. No, definitely say goodbye.
Yeah,
right. So I'm going to pass over. So sorry guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to whack you both on mute just so we don't extend the discussion, and I'll just unmute the person the question is asked at. So that's been done. So Mr. 42, do you want to? I think there was super chat to read out as well. And
yes, I have a super chat, as you can see. It's from Wade Watts for £10. He says you don't need to antagonize police by filming them to weed out the bad police. CrimeBotch does the job. You guys filming stuff for YouTube distracts from this good work.
CrimeBotch. I'm not familiar with CrimeBotch, but thank you, Wade, very much. Big supporter of the channel and the Conspiracy Cats channel as well. So thank you so much for that. Okay, Mr. 42, I'll let you field the questions. Who's the first one for?
First, a remark. It's not a question, but I wanted to do it anyway. It's from Robert Leger III. Cats, he loves your haircut. Sorry, I need to do that.
I've lost my haircut. I think Lee just wants to say something.
Yeah.
Go on, mate.
Yeah, so can you just put that comment back up again about CrimeBotch? So you don't need to antagonize the police by filming them to weed them out, to weed out bad officers. Crime Bodge does the job. You guys filming stuff for YouTube distracts from his good work. I would just like to add that Crime Bodge, Crime Bodge doesn't do anything for anybody unless he gets paid for it. He's not about the police doing the right thing, or he hates auditors, by the way. It's not anything about, with Crime Bodge, it's about money. You can't even get an email back from him unless you pay him. So
Who is it? What is it?
That's all I wanted to say on the matter. There's been a few videos about Crime Bodge. He's used people, and you know, so that's all I'm.
Can you explain who he is or what he is?
Just if you Marvel, if you just look up Crime Bodge, he's an English YouTuber. He's got a website where you have to pay to get legal advice when you can just Google it. Just not a great person. So sorry, I had to jump in then, because I've seen videos that one of my friends, Marty, made. All right. Sorry.
No, that's fine. No, that's right. No, it's good. But if you've got the super chat was a point to answer, and you've answered the point. So thanks for that.
Sorry.
Marvel Girl, do you want to say anything about it?
No, but we did step on Roberts about your hair care.
My hair care's it's looking good at the minute. You know, I cut it for tonight. It were really long before I come tonight. Right. Mr. 42, next question. Who's it for?
Yes. Before I continue, I want to say sorry if I miss your questions. It turns out that my name is pretty hard to type when you're on a phone, because the dots makes a space and stuff. I have a question for Lee from Radical the Unhulled Knights. He is asking where your auditing videos can be found.
Mostly insects.
Okay.
So it's literally just there.
It's in the description.
Mostly insects.
Yeah.
Okay.
Linked in the description as well. So anyone who wants to get you can just check the description, get your channel there.
Right,
another question for Lee. Is there any situation in which you would call the 999 for help?
If there was any extreme violence, or violence towards a woman or a child, then yes, I would phone 999. Definitely, if there was violence towards a woman or a child, yes.
Cool.
Oh, apparently I understood the question not correct. Let's see. I asked where are his insect videos. Oh, sorry, I misunderstood the question.
Still be on the same channel, won't we? Yeah.
So okay. So when I started my YouTube channel, it's called Mostly Insects because I had a wild fox. I used to feed a fox outside the house, and I used to feed. I used to find insects all the time. I love wildlife. I prefer animals to humans, to be honest.
So do I.
So yeah, that's why it's called Mostly Insects. And then I started doing the auditing stuff and the police stuff, and I just didn't change it because it's obviously a very unique name in what I'm doing. It's a very unique name. But the reason it's called that is because I did start out by recording wildlife.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
cool.
Then I have a question for Marvel Girl. What do you believe? Please describe what you believe an auditor is.
Oh, okay. I have seen Audit. The Audit is one channel that I can definitely tell you I have no problem with. and he comes down on cops as much as he does on auditors. So it's not like, oh, he agrees with me. I have no problem with them. I mean, I don't agree with it anyway, but I have no problem with them going and not becoming part of the story. That's all. Just don't stand back. You know, if you're asked to move back farther, just do it. You have a zoom lens, but they refuse to do that even, you know. So any channel or person who does not interfere in any way and has a bit of decency, I have no problem with that.
Lee, Lee, go on.
Yeah. So Marvel, you said at the start of this, I know that like the debate's done, and so you had a problem with me like being there and, you know, not getting in the way. But that's what you've just said is extremely hypocritical, because what I done was put my bike down, got as far away as I could, and
But you were asked not
recording.
Satan.
Okay, I might have been asked not to, but I was away from the situation. I didn't antagonize anybody. So what you've just said is
and I said
extremely
decency too.
hypocritical.
Decency. I mentioned decency for a reason. You put that guy in more distress than he already was in. There's no reason for that.
I think what you just said was, and correct me if I'm wrong, stay away, you know, record them, but stay away from them. Yeah?
No. And I also said, and have some decency. Don't cause more harm.
Okay, but decency doesn't come into it when the law is involved.
And then we're back down to could, should, would. You know, just because you can doesn't mean you should. And I care about I care about people as much as I care about a dog being beaten. I care about a person I've been that guy who was in distress and needed help, and I didn't need people just staring at me and, you know, because gossip or whatever you want to call it, what you were doing at that moment. No.
But, see, that's where the word
my parents taught me better.
That's where the word snowflake comes into effect.
Oh, well, I don't care.
You know,
my parents taught me how to act towards other people.
Okay, my parent, I didn't even really have parents. I'm
sorry for that.
But I'm still a decent human being.
Are you though?
Listen, you don't know me at all.
And you don't know those cops. You don't know that guy. You don't care. That's your point. You don't care. That's all I need to know.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what I care. So yeah, you call me a snowflake. That's fine. I don't care.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like you don't care.
Do you know what? Marvel, you're right. I don't care about anything. I don't care about humans. I don't care about anything at all. Yeah.
Whatever.
Next question.
Let's move on to the next question. I think.
Yes, I think so.
We'll do 2 or 3 more, and then we'll call it a day. I think.
Okay. I will try to do a few short ones. So, Marvel Girl, would you say that paparazzi have ethics?
Have what, hon?
Have ethics.
Ethics? No. In a lot of cases, no, they don't. Okay. I've seen them photograph people having an overdose. So no.
Okay.
That's horrible.
Understand. Lee,
yes.
If you are being arrested, should we be allowed to video you being put into the cop car?
Yeah.
If I'm in a public place, yes.
Okay.
He doesn't mind.
If I'm in a public place and somebody's pulling my clothes off, you're allowed to record me.
If somebody you love was, I don't know, having a child, should people record that?
In a public place, they're allowed to record it. Morally,
Should they?
morally it might be wrong, but they are allowed to do it.
You know the title was this of this. It wasn't about legalities. This debate. It was should or would, necessary or more harm than good. So it's nothing about the legality of it. You're causing harm, and that's my point.
Okay, but I'm interested in the legality of it.
That's a different debate then.
Whether you
That's the one
should,
I came to.
whether you should, would, or could is a different question.
Then you came to the wrong debate, honey.
No, I didn't come to the wrong debate.
Look at the title of this one.
I was invited to this debate.
You should have known what the subject was then.
Well,
I know what the subject is. It's still my opinion.
Okay.
I'm not going to change my opinion because of the subject matter.
I'm saying that's not whatever.
Well, let's get on to the next question. We'll make this the last one.
Yeah.
There's a little super chat in between. Sorry, I just repeating what is written. This frauditor seriously used the term snowflake. Don't blame me. I just read what I said there.
Yeah.
Next question is from Sheep Go Quack. I like the name.
I like that.
Yeah. Are you trained to a higher level with an intrinsic knowledge of the profession in order to carry out said audits, or just a person with a camera and an opinion?
Can you repeat that, hon?
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
Sorry for my accent. I will try again. Are you trained to a higher level with an intrinsic knowledge of their profession in order to carry out said audits, or just a person with a camera and an opinion?
Nice. I like your accent. You sound like Marlena Dietrich. Only a guy.
She was actually from, I think, if it helps, I will put the question in the side chat. I'm not sure if you're there, but then you can read it.
Thank you. Yeah.
I think basically, are you trained to like a level to carry out audits, or is it just a case that like anyone with a camera can do it?
I said that earlier. Anyone with a camera.
Like I said before, ladies first.
No, I was helping. You said earlier that anybody with a camera can do it, right? Citizen journalism is what you called it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that anybody that has a camera can record anything that they want to record, and as long as it's from a public place, they can record it. It's then their footage. They can then upload it to the internet, and that's it. It's that simple. If you're in a public place, you can record anything you want from a public, whether it's somebody giving birth. It might not be right, whether it's somebody giving birth or a woman breastfeeding, or it might not be right, but you're allowed. I wouldn't do it personally. If I was recording something and I saw like a lady breastfeeding, I'd definitely move my camera. But legally, unfortunately, legally, that's it. You're allowed to record it.
So I would say, being someone who's sorry, go on.
I was just going to say, personally and morally, there's so many things that I wouldn't record. If somebody was like beating someone up or whatever, I would record it. But if it was like something that wouldn't be decent, like I said, like breastfeeding or something like that, I'd turn my camera away. I wouldn't do that. But legally,
so that's not right.
I'm allowed to do it. And that's the point. We're allowed to record anything we want to record.
No, you're not. Oh my God, no, you're not.
We are.
I read your law, right? You at least heard me reading something earlier, right?
I think
happened
about voyeurism, yeah.
Right. So not anything you see, not anything.
And I think that's sorry. Go on.
No. Go on, Kat.
No. Go.
One more point. One more point.
Yeah, go on.
I don't know for sure, but here at least, image laws are a thing. Now you can film in public, but you need my permission to upload it. In most states, actually.
I don't think that's a thing here, and so I'm pretty sure that here it's about intent. So if I've got a camera on a tripod, right, and I'm filming towards a house, yeah, if I just so happen to get the bathroom
here we go again,
or a bedroom of that house, if I don't know that somebody is there getting unchanged, it might be morally wrong, and I would never upload that. And you know, I'd never upload somebody getting unchanged. But if I don't know that's happening on my camera, I'm not breaking the law. And the voyeurism, the voyeurism law is about the intent. If you know.
Okay, so you're telling me there's a chance that you could film that and then upload it and never see that was there.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah.
I call bullshit.
I think
as much as you like.
That question, I think, is going to be debated well and truly in the comments after this debate is over. I'm not going to pretend to know the answer because I haven't got a
do you know what?
Did you get the thing I sent you? The law?
I think.
Okay.
I think, Cats, that might be a whole video, a whole live stream.
Yeah.
That
whole different debate.
Whole debate.
Thank you, Virgo.
I think you could, if anybody out there wants to, just email us. I'm just sorry. You said, was it WhatsApp or Discord, Marvel?
It's on the Discord in that room.
So, yeah, no, I think that could be a whole thing, and I'm sure it's going to go off in the comment section to this video. While I'm just looking for this, because I'm useless, absolutely useless.
Can I finish? Can I say one thing, hon?
Of course you can, and I'll look for this while you're doing it.
Thanks. The second definition of voyeurism: enjoyment from seeing the pain or distress of others.
Okay.
Just say it's just something I'm putting out there. That's all.
I've just got one word for you, Marvel. Intent. It's the only word I'm going to say.
Okay,
intent.
that's fine. And I'm sticking with can does not mean should.
But that's not legal.
And I'm not talking about legal. I'm talking about you do more harm than good.
But that's not legal.
And I'm not here to talk about legalities. I wasn't brought here to talk about legalities. Am I right?
So,
okay.
And I think that is what's going to kick off in the chat, the legality of it. But yeah, the whole idea of, you know, does it do more harm than good, etc. I think what I've done tonight for myself, at least, is open up a bit of a can of worms, because I've never stepped into this arena. This is the first. I've never made a video on this kind of thing. I've never participated or, you know, seen a debate on this kind of thing. And the amount of people in the chat that I've never recognised before, that have obviously come from your channel, Lee, or other people who find the topic interesting, is showing me that there's a lot of debate and discussion to be had on this. So I would more than happily host another debate on this topic. So, you know, Lee, I don't know if you'd ever want to come back, or I know there's been people in the chat before, Dino or Dino.
Absolutely.
Names.
If you want to do this tomorrow evening, I'm more than happy to come back.
Well, tomorrow evening,
happy to come back. No, I'm just saying, whenever you're ready, or whenever Marvel's ready and Mr. 42, I'm absolutely ready to come back, because I think there's a lot of things that we haven't discussed properly tonight.
That's for sure.
Because Marvel, Miss Marvel, is saying about the moral side. She's kind of sticking to the moral side of things and the American side of things, rather than the legality.
That's what I was brought here for. That's why.
And okay, but it might be what you've been brought here for. You can have an argument about whether things are morally right, and I understand that, you know, you've been brought here for the moral side of things, but The
I try
legality,
to tell you the legalities. You don't want to hear it, so.
the legality is what actually matters.
And I try to tell you the legality of it, and you didn't want to hear it.
Fine. Tell me now.
No.
Well, maybe there's
Yeah.
a part 2 in the making. We'll speak to
I
certainly
thought-
speak to both of you.
I thought so.
I told you about it. I read it to you over and over again.
Okay. And
you
I
don't want to hear
gave
that
you
one. I'm
my
not going to go further in it at the end
I
of
gave
it.
you my response. If I
Fine.
am in a public place and I have a camera on a tripod and I
boy.
accidentally record somebody getting undressed, it might be morally wrong and I wouldn't upload that. But legally, you don't have
If
a
you
leg.
put it, if you upload it, yes, you could get
But I
in
wouldn't
serious
upload
trouble
it.
for
And
that.
that's the point.
Okay, then then the point is moot, baby.
Well,
Then the point's moot.
before we go, thank you, Stephen Ali, for that super chat. Sorry, Mr. 42, to stamp on your super chat reading out thing there. But I know
Yes,
we haven't
man.
got long to do that. I'll let you read it out. And apologies, we put them on. If it's super chat, we put them on screen.
I just realized
so
there's
Yeah, $2 from Stephen Ellie saying the title says morals vs legality. You're fraudulent. Sorry for the word again from my side.
That's but listen, I'll stick around and speak to you both in about 10 seconds when I end the stream. Thank you, Mr. 42, for doing this. I'm sure there's loads more in this, so you're both more than welcome back on. Anyone who's been in the chat who's been asking if they could come on tonight, I've put the email address in the comments, but it's agreed to disagree with the 2 in the middle. Agree to disagree debates@gmail.com. If you email, come on. Not a problem. We weren't trying to stop you coming on. It was just we didn't want to go in tonight. I'm going to end.
After show.
Sorry, 1 second, Cats. I just noticed somebody asked why won't Marvel show her face on camera?
I think some people choose to, and some. Well, I'll let you answer that, Marvel.
It's simple. At least here, the people that I do videos about are dangerous. They're doxing people right now. One of my closest person I call my super twin. They've tried to dox her. She's had a bomb sent to her house. I'm not into that.
Okay, but you have an opinion on people.
Yeah. Why does it matter if I show my face?
You've got something to say about people, but you won't. My face is on here. I have an opinion.
So
my opinion might get a bomb sent to my house.
And that's your choice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
think the debate in my opinion, is about opinions.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Right. So on that note, we'll call it there. Mr. 42, again, subscribe to his channel. It's linked in the description. Do you want to say anything, mate, before we go?
No, I'm done for today.
Don't forget the after show. I'll put the link in the chat. Oh, I can't. I don't have a wrench here. Cats.
How do you not have a wrench?
I don't know, but
okay.
I know. Thank you very much.
Right. Well, your channel link is in the description, so anyone can click on your channel link in the description and go to your after show there. Lee, the Mostly Insects channel is linked in the description, so obviously anyone that wants to check out his channel, all these videos are on there. Go and check that out. I'm going to hit end stream in about. Sorry, Marvel. Go on. Last thing, I'll end it. Go on.
The petition he has on his channel is actually I support it.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. By the way, thank you for everybody that came over from my channel. I really do appreciate you coming over.
Tell them where
something
to get
about
that
petition. Have you got a petition to shout out?
So, are you talking to me, Cats?
Yeah.
No, it's Joe Public UK. There was a guy that was quite nasty to a dog. So if you go over to Joe Public UK, the YouTube, that is literally the name of the YouTube channel. There's a 44-second video. If you go over to that, watch it.
Watch it.
You're going to want to. You're going to want to go and sign that petition. That upset me. You're going to want to go and sign that petition. That officer needs to be taken off the streets.
I agree. I signed the petition, guys. Go.
Thank
Please,
you.
if you support me, please go check it out.
Well, on that note, then we've agreed to agree on something, and that is where I'm going to end the stream. Thank you both.
Mhm.